Hey, this is my updated video for my pickles. This is my cold refrigerated 3 days pickles, and it's been 3 days. If you wanted to make it, I have the video up here showing you how to make it, so click on that. And at the end of the video, I also will put a link to this as well. Just a recap, this was my store-bought, and then I got a bunch of cucumbers and I cut them up and I put them all in and I made it. Then I closed the lid and look what happened. Look at this lid. Look at this lid. It's actually sealed. So it's actually like the store brand. I'm sorry about the mess back here. Okay, that was from another video. Now, you see how they float? Anytime you get pickles, when you see them floating, that's because they're done. Okay? Look how this one does. They also too floats. That's when you know you're done. And remember, if you've seen my other video, I filled it all the way up to here, before I close this. And look, now the water's down. That means it's been soaked. Ooh, I'm out of camera, sorry. That means all the brine has soaked in. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to crunch it for you. Meaning I'm going to eat it and see how crunchy it is, okay? Hear that pop? Amazing, right? Can you imagine? That would be like, I don't know, what you open when you come to the store. So it actually worked. Okay? Now, and that's why I told you about my gram. She was actually the person that actually do this. And that's why I said I'm going to tell you about what my gram does. So now I can't contaminate this juice. So I should use plastic, but actually I'm going to use plastic because I can't contaminate it. Because I have to make a new one soon. So let me taste this, okay, and I'll tell you how crunchy and inside, what it looks like from the inside, blah blah blah. But it's been 3 days. The one I made has been 3 days. I know I'm not supposed to eat one today, but anyway, see, that's what it looks like on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna crunch it. So it looks like from inside. It tastes so good. Now I'm going to get the one that I made. And look what it looks like. Pretty similar, isn't it? Now I'm going to break it off. Same thing. Look at the skin. It's a little brighter because this had been sitting there for a while. But it's 3 days and that's what it looks like. It looks like it's been cooked too. You see how nice the crispy is? Okay, now I'm going to test it. It is not as sour as these, okay? Because I remember, if you want it sweet, you can add sugar in. If you want more sour, put more vinegar in. If you want more salty, put a little salty in. So this is your sample, okay? That is my sample. And this is my new batch. And I mentioned that in the description. I said, if you want to make it salty, add extra salt in. If you want to make it more sour, add extra sour in. This here is actually perfect. Just the way I like it, okay? But the store brand, I believe they make it more sour. Why? Is because they have to store in a fridge. They want you to store it. So when that happens, they actually make it more sour so you can store it longer. But look at the difference on that. It's all cooked, and that's only 3 days. How long does this last? Sorry if I'm not in camera. How long does this last? This will last you about a month. So remember, this has to be used within a month. Okay? Once you eat enough of the store-bought or whatever, you can just start making on your own. I'm going to mix the quick one, refrigerator kind again, next one on my next video. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to teach you people how to do that. Or I already taught you how to do it. I'm just going to do it and then put it on video so people can copy it. But it is so good. And best of all, you didn't have to do anything. You saw it took me less than a few minutes. All I have to do is just dump the juice, boil it, and then cut the cucumber as it's boiling. So literally, cutting this was actually longer because I had to slice it really carefully. You know, I didn't want to cut it, you know, blah, blah, blah. But that's it. Now remember, theirs, it's a lot more sour. It's because, sorry, it's so good that I want to crunch more and more and more. Once I eat one or two, I have to eat a few extra. Theirs is always better because they add more stuff in there during the brine part. But if you read my other description from my other video, I mentioned that clearly in the video. Add more salt, add more vinegar. Taste the water and make it twice the amount. So let's say if it's too sour, and it's not salty, put salt in. If it's too salty and it's not sour, put vinegar in. Simple as that. But anyway, I'll take one more out. Let's show it to you because this is an update after all. And I'll show you what it looks like. Look at that. Nice, homemade, 3 days update, I guess, right? You can say. So I'm gonna have another one. It is still crunchy, but it has the sour and it has this salt in it. It has to sit a little bit, I believe it has to sit a few more days to get all the salt in, because that's what it's doing right now. It's soaking all the salt and it's soaking all the vinegar in. Can't be easier than that, right? Anyway, other than that, that's about it. I'll link the video up here or at the end. And I hope you give this a try, okay? And I have the recipe and the formula or the recipe in this video up here. So check that out and just follow that recipe and you accomplish almost just as good. Okay? Other than that, that's about it. I will see you in the next video.